See, when you analyze and you receiving intel and you start analyzing the stuff that's going on in the world, dealing with the word new, when I broke down the word new, right, and how they switched the NU and they switched it to UN, to undo something, to make something not be what it's supposed to be, futuristically move forward into the future. So that's why they switched it. They switched the N and the U and they put the UN, because they've always been focused on the news. That's why when you're dealing with newborns, right? The newborns, the real newborns, they will be leaders. The teachers, because you're going to have, because religion's coming to an end. Religion's coming to an end. Now, the reason why I say religion's coming to the end, see, dealing with the so-called black race, when you're dealing with Jesus Christ, the Bible, Yeshua, Yahushai, the thing about time is going to show you that religion was not reality. The thing about time is, in this three-dimensional realm, you can't manipulate time. Time is one thing that's going to make the religion dissolve. It's going to be time. Now you're dealing with the Bible and they say, Yeshua's coming back. It'll be 2 million chariots in the air. And, they're coming to destroy the so-called white man and restore old order on the planet. And then what's going to happen is, as time goes by and they see that that's not happening, is they're going to see that there is no savior. See, that's what time does. It's going to be generation after generation finding out that ain't no Jesus coming back, ain't no Yeshua coming back. It's not. Everything's been about evolution, evolving. And that's what these religions and these doctrines do. They keep so-called black people in a hamster wheel. Now, I'm going to give you an example on how gone some of these black people are, man. And it's just the reality of it, because ain't no more sugarcoating nothing no more, man. I was looking at this documentary, and some of you guys probably saw it. It's about this so-called black woman, and she was a huge drug distributor. And I'm looking at the documentary, I'm watching it, I said, okay. And the whole point, because, being futuristic, being activated, I'm always thinking like what she's going to do when all this stuff comes to an end, because that stuff always comes to an end. I said, I'm going to see what she do with, so make a long story short, she had got caught up, went to jail, got out of jail, and then started a church. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yep, that's how gone some so-called black people are. They're gone. You done made all these millions of dollars, this and that, and she didn't want to go ahead and start a community, come with something next, something that people ain't going to be getting the subconscious slave doctrines. That's all the Bible is, man. The Bible's a damn slave book. And you know who's toting the Bible right now? Slaves. I don't care if you're on the corner. I don't care if you're in a church. I don't care, man, if you ain't talking about the book of Revelations, because that was a future book. That's telling you what's playing out, what's next. Man, that book finished, man. Damn slave book. Well, why is the so-called black race in the condition at the end? Because they still toting that book around. Couldn't believe. I said, man, she got all those millions and millions of dollars, and she went and started a church. Gone, man. A mental transmitted disease. You see the so-called white man and the other nations, man, they don't care about, man. They do something, they don't really care about, And see, that's that thing of religion just lurking in the back of your head. Got that religion just lurking. Oh, I need to be forgiven for this and for that. No, all you got to do is move your people forward. That's it. And as harsh as it sounds, if some people got to drop for the future ones to move forward, and some people just got to drop. Simple as that. People talking about sacrifice, this and that, sacrifice. Dealing with the sacrifices, there's a lot of different theories on sacrifices, but at the same time, that's how the planet's moving forward is with these sacrifices. It is. So dealing with the new, see, when you're dealing with the newborns, that's why they said newborns, because they was always focused on the news. The news are from the future. Futuristic souls. That's what news are. See, they know all this stuff, man. They know about the news. Keep you in that hamster wheel. Keep you in that bubble. You don't want to break out that bubble. Because when you're dealing with, that's why you can barely see in the background of this video, of this picture, what do you have in the background? You can barely see them, but you have ones and zeros. Because all they want to produce is zeros. They don't want to produce no ones. Because when they produce ones, then the ones are going to be attracted to the intel. They're going to be attracted to the news. That's why they call them newborns, because they're looking for the newborns, the new ones. I broke down my last video. When you come out your mom's womb, right? And they got a dual system process. So when you come out, obviously, it don't even take no rocket scientist to figure this out, because that's, you got to think how they think, because they learned, they get intel from us. So when you're born, what they do, they take your footprint, they put your footprint, your baby footprint, because that's pretty much going to stay the same your whole life. And even if it evolves a little bit, the prints of there's gonna be certain prints that's already on your foot that happen. So that's how they can track you. But you see, that's one thing, they don't push the footprints, because a lot of people don't use a lot of people don't do crimes barefooted. So the reason why they take your footprint is to have another tab on you, a secret tab. See, that's why they do that. And then I'm gonna say allegedly, they take a sample of your blood, your DNA when you're born. And allegedly they run it through a system, right? And see, when you're dealing with the pharaohs and you're dealing with all these bodies that they found, that's over 6,000 years old, right? And then they do a data entry of your blood to see if you've been reincarnated and who you was that was reincarnated. See, this is the shadow government. See if you be reincarnated or not. That's why it's so significant. Then, so say like your DNA comes back and it's 98.9. The match, I'm just using as an example, it's 98.9 the match of a pharaoh or a Sumerian council or Sumerian prime minister, right? They already know that. So they're going like, okay. So then when they send it, once they get confirmation, see when you go to these hospitals and stuff like that, man, there's secret people in those hospitals that's working on a whole secret level. You know what I mean? Like you got the doctors and stuff like that, but then you got some of them doctors and some of them people, man, you don't know who they is. You don't know who they is, man. See, that's why when you get your social security number, that's how these motherfuckers that's running the planet, that's how they know who you are if you've been reincarnated by your social security number. They already know. I was on a lot of councils. They already know that. See, because my social security number has 4 4s in it. They put 4 4s in my social security number for a reason, because that equals the 3, which is the third dimension. Ruling the third dimension. That's why they put the 4 4s in it. The 4 is the most critical number when you're dealing with these codes. Everybody think it's, well, the 4 and the 1. The 4 and the 1 is the most critical ones as far as evolution and going forward. People, then the beast pushed to 7, the beast pushed to 8. They pushed well, about the 6 and the 9, they calling the 666 evil and stuff like that. They always pushing those numbers, but you notice that they never push. They're starting to push the 4 subconsciously and trying to put fear into people with the 4. They've been doing that for, I know for a fact they've been doing that for over the last decade, over the last 10 years. Dealing with the 4. Now they're pushing the 4 as they're trying to put fear in the 4 because they know that they're receiving from the 4. They know that. And when you watch these TV shows and stuff like that, you're going to start seeing on these shows, and well, they're already doing it. See, I'm activated, so I see it. And I got to tell some of my people around me, this day, like, whoa, what the hell? Like, I didn't even see that. But see, they're starting to push. They've been pushing it, but they still going to push it. You're going to start seeing, you're going to see movies, it's going to be some lady running from some guy, in a movie. I'm just using this as an example. Some lady running from a guy in a movie, and then, she gets off in the elevator. They're going to show the 4, just let you know she's on the 4th floor, that she might die. All this little fear mongering that they pushing with the 4 now. Because they know, man. They already know. And you're going to start seeing it in movies. And even when you're dealing with, when I started pushing the activation, now you see the news using the word activation. They weren't using the word, all the military got activated, this and that. They're starting to use these words because they know the intel. What they're doing is they trying to, every time some intel come out, they're trying to take it and put it into an illusion process. That's why they're talking about the military got activated, security got activated. I'm just sitting there like, well, that's what they're supposed to do. That's what parasites do. They feed off solar beings. That's what they do. Well, like I said, man, the newborns. The newborns, that's what it was focused on. The NU-borns. Now I'm not talking about the NEW. That's why it's 2 types of people in this world, 1s and 0s. That's it. Going back to the Bible, going back to religion, like I said, it's just going to take time. That's all. Time, and then you're going to see these Christians, these Bible toters, these Israelites, and all these people, as time keeps going by, and they're going to see ain't no Yeshua coming back, ain't no Jesus coming back, then they're going to start losing faith, their believing process. Each generation going to fade away with that belief, man. That's why I said religion's done as far as the carbon-coated beings go. That stuff's coming to an end. It's going to be woke, conscious teachers and leaders. That's the stage we're going to. Anybody that just want to be a regular and do their thing, that's all power to you. That's fine. Good luck. But dealing with the 1s and the 0s, that's why every time, like when you go into and you Google something dealing with, science or something like that, you might see different types of things that deal with the 1s and the 0s, dealing with the quantum computer, the quantum level, on the quantum realm. It's always been about a quantum realm. See, you got people skipping the 4, going to the 5, trying to go to the 6th dimension, the 7th dimension, the 8th. There's always been steps because we live in the 3-dimensional realm where everything takes time. Everything takes time for stuff to evolve. It just doesn't snap your fingers and evolve. Everything takes time. The people that are impatient, those will be the ones that just gonna be regulars. It's fine, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, going back to the newborns. That's what they focused on, man. They always been focused on the newborn. As soon as you get out, man, you look at the thing is, I be talking about, when you're dealing with these, man, these slave ass rappers, niggas just ain't get it right, because they don't want to, one thing about, when they do, some of them do end up getting woke and getting conscious, but then they fall back into the hamster wheel because they get so content with their lifestyle. And that's one of the reasons why, like, you dealing with these rappers, man, it's like, man, if these rappers, you notice one thing about these celebrities and these rappers, right? One thing they never do, they don't never put their contract on the internet. You notice that? They don't never put their contracts on the internet, man. Because I guarantee, man, you see them contracts, you're going to be like, what the hell? See, ain't that, man, I guarantee you, man. I'm talking about the whole contract. That's what I'm saying, man. The black race, man, they be falling for, man. Not the whole black race, but the majority of y'all just give up. You get the woke conscious and just give up. That's what I'm saying. All these celebrities, I don't care who they is, man. In some of their contracts, they make them grow a beard. Allegedly, because I haven't seen none of their contracts. I'm just going by intel because I received certain stuff that's coming in the atmosphere. So that's what I'm saying, allegedly. But just look at these rappers, some of them that's growing these beards and stuff like that, man. They always doing that because they want you to look like the beast, man. They want you to look like a goddamn caveman. Oh, well, it says in the Bible, I gotta have a beard, grow a beard. Ain't nobody doing that. They doing that. But then you look at the ones that's in power. What are they? Clean shave. They suited and booted. They running the planet. They got power, property, banking systems. Then you got these niggas running around looking like Harry and the Hendersons. Hair on their face, beard. Why you think when you cut your hair, it don't hurt? Because you're supposed to be cutting your shit. You're supposed to be grooming your stuff, stay clean cut. That's the same way if you're dealing with a chick. You're dealing with one of these women or one of these females, and you just, having a sexual relationship with them, and then she drops her damn drawers, and all you see is the cousin from the damn Addams family. You're going to be like, what the hell? Well, girl, why don't you trim that up, shade that up, this and that. But see, that's how majority, a lot of the black race is, man. They just gone. Mentally gone. Mentally, just like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, they got a mental disease. You know what I'm saying? Pushed by the beast, man. Pushed by mankind. That's why they just don't know where to go. Walking around looking like a goddamn, like you the one that was in the cave, like you the one was up in the Caucasus Mountains. Beard all on your face, hairy and shit, hair all on your goddamn head. Oh, these is antennas, these is tentacles. Man, you go back and look at the Egyptians, man. When they started growing their hair and stuff like that, they started trying to mock the damn beast, man. That's when they started doing all that shit. When Cleopatra started making her hair straight, and Cleopatra had her hair straight. That's when the damn Caucasoids was coming down there, and they started to mess with them, especially when they started messing with them and trying to get them on a council. It's like, no, you're supposed to have them in the field, using that as a working term, not just a slave, because a slave is also a worker. When they came down there, they're supposed to be working, man. Simple as that. That's why Cleopatra started. You look at these so-called black women out here right now. It's like, you look at their hair. I'm like, man, your hair it's just like, man, you got natural good hair that grows towards the damn sky for a reason. But then they supposed to be conscious and woke and all this stuff, man. Then you go look at them. They look like a goddamn female. Damn beast woman. That's a whole different video though, man. My mentor broke that down years ago on that shit. But I'm just saying, like, it's just so funny, man. People, talking about this and that. Then you got the black race feeding all this energy into the white race, talking about this, talking about that, when they sitting there looking just like their ass. Color in their hair. straight long hair, color in their hair. Then you go to a so-called white lady's page. She got color in her hair, straight long hair, but then they both talking about each other subconsciously or at the kitchen table with their family. They might not be doing it online all the time or doing something, but they got, man, you know, that's how they do it, man. Simple as that. That's why you're dealing with the newborns, man, the news. Because we back, and the ones after us, they going to be super activated. Ain't nothing that this planet can do about it. Nothing. Dealing with intel. That's when that term I broke down earlier, when they say, tell me something. What they're really trying to say subconsciously is, tell me something I don't know. That makes sense. That's what intel is. Tell me something I don't know. Right? So at this one chick's house, and she's so intrigued by the intel. She's like, she just sat there just looking at me, telling me, can you just tell me something that I just don't know? Each time blows her mind. What she say, respond, that makes a lot of sense though. Can you Google it? No, I can't. It's not even on Google. Siri and Alexa can't mess with the solar intelligence. And dealing with Siri and Alexa, man, you got these simple-minded people out here Googling stuff on Siri and Alexa and say, oh, and then, you know, that's how mankind do, man. They're pushing all this confusion out here. And you be like, oh, you know, and then it's something that doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? I'll be sitting there like, man, these people stupid as hell, man. They smart dummies. A lot of people just smart dummies, man. Just because Siri said it, and oh, you know, Siri said this, and oh, that it's supposed to happen this day, but it didn't happen this day. It says it happens 365 days from Thursday. That's how dumb, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said, man. Information gonna be the next religion. So are we gonna have to control the mass majority of people through what? Information, because religion's going to that. Because as time goes on, and Jesus don't come back, Yeshua don't come back. You ain't gonna see a million chariots in the air. You know, if you see some shit like that in the air, you know who that's gonna be? That's gonna be the world governments. That's who that's gonna be. Because when you're dealing with the third dimensional beings, the ones that when you're dealing with the council, man, their stuff, their technology is so up to par, man. You don't even really see them. Majority of them, you don't see them, man. All this shit was a setup, man, for the mass majority of people, man, the regulars. Dealing with the newborns, man. The newborns going to come out these wombs. There's not going to be a lot of us. We're going to come out these wombs, and they're going to be starting hearing stuff that it's going to be so futuristic. It's going to be mind-blowing, but then it's going to be intriguing and also powerful. There's going to be a magnetism to it, an attraction. Electrodes, electrons, fusion. It's going to be attraction. Plasma. So when I do these videos, I don't got no notes, no pen, no pad. Straight intel, man. What them rappers say, freestyling. And yeah, man, back to these celebrities and these rappers. Man, if they, you know what I'm saying, you dealing with even the ones that are like woke and conscious and stuff like that and stuff, but they still a part of the problem. It's like, man, it's like, okay, you want us to really take you serious, because everybody does change at one point in their life, either for the worse or for the better. They do change. But all the minds that you tainted, all the little children's minds that you tainted, it's like, that's why they don't put their contracts online. You want to take a celebrity serious when you find out, you see their contract, and you wonder why they doing this, doing that, pushing this, pushing that. It's like every time something pop off, you got one of these coon ass niggas sitting down trying to push some shit. Just like that online going to school for getting paid $6,000 to go to school. That's how desperate the mankind's getting, man. That's how desperate the beast's getting. He's sending his little slave niggas to go push to going online, getting $6,000 in money, because that's the point we're going, because we back and they know it. They know it. Pay you $6,000 to go online to go to school, because they know that when you're online in school, right, and you go into that school, they can push whatever they want to, even it don't matter what topic you pick. You ain't going to school to be an engineer, dealing with biochemistry, a doctor, wealth building, right? And even when you go to school to that, dealing with them, they're always going to keep pushing this dumb shit in you. You be going to school for that, but still listen to this goddamn whack ass monkey music. Poison your children's minds with that shit. You got good intentions. Oh yeah, I'm going to school. I'm going for biochemistry, neurochemistry, this and that. But then you still play that garbage for your children, tainting their minds, because that's the future. Make me sick, man. Drop my goddamn cup. I'm fucking pissed off with these. Anyway, man, it's the activated one. New Bright 10, the Futuritarian. Peace, Quasar. If you like the way the world is, don't like, don't share, don't subscribe. You can also catch me now on TikTok. Peace.